Hello guys, I'm King Happy and welcome to another tutorial on Redstone, and today we're doing a fully closing automatic entry point for your base. Well, I'll give you a demonstration. Walk forward, look at the lovely sheep here. Ooh, nice staircase. I'll take that. Let's walk back again. Oh, all closed. Completely hidden. Nothing on top at all. I'm using tripwires here because they're easier to show off. Rather than buttons, you can have buttons located in random places on mountains and you go press that and it opens. All it does on here is the tripwires are just the automation. So I want to go back. This tripwire, make sure it closes. This one opens it. And I've got long delays on this just so it works effectively at the moment. And you go back the other way and it closes again. Now I've used grass, and obviously you can use stone or any material you want. Grass actually shows the change, if the grass dies or not. If you use sandstone or something, you wouldn't have anything like that at all. You wouldn't see a thing. I've just put these here for tripwires. You could have a button miles everywhere else, like I said. You could have pressure pads. No, if you had sandstone, you could have a wooden pressure pad, or if you had wooden floors, you had a wooden pressure pad or anything like that, and it would just have a secret entrance. I think it's quite nice, and I'm going to be breaking it apart step by step for you, and we're going to go through how to build it from scratch. It is quite a complicated build, but we'll give you a nice overview of it. So, on to step 1. Okay, let's get started then. First of all, we're going to build our array for our pistons and switch at the bottom. So, first bit is this array. This is going to carry power to all the pistons, well, on this side anyway, and all you do is build it along in this pattern. It's quite an important pattern, it saves space and it's quite nice to use. You do get slight delays across the board, but it works the best. So here we'll just put a redstone torch along. This you can use for all sorts of applications, not just this. It's a very effective thing to use. And just like so. Here we go. So then I'm going to turn this off at the moment, because I don't want it on. So now the array is off, and what we're going to do is grab some pistons, and I'm going to put them each bit like this. So your pistons all the way along. You can have as many long or short as you want. Really, when you do it, you only need it just long enough so you can get your height. So here you could stop, and you could have a block up to here, and you could still come down. I've just done a bit longer just because that's what I was working with, and it looks nicer as well. I'm going to do the same length here as well though, so bear that in mind if you want to change that yourself. So we've got a array of pistons there. Here at the bottom is the bit that's going to activate the floor basically. So I'm going to put these along, and this is your walkway inside. Then we have an array of pistons here which need to go up. These ones are going to be the double pistons that then move the soil back to the surface. Okay, so then this is your floor level. Obviously, we'll just flatten it out to make you see it. At the moment, it's on the off state. So, you've got your gap here that you'd walk down. This is only the first side. We're then going to put our rest of our redstone here. Like so, join it up, and that's step 1 complete. So on to step 2. Yep, now we go. We're going to build another little array here. This is as big as it's going to be. This only has power 4 pistons directly anyway. So we're going to put piston here, 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 and here. No other ones at all, apart from we're going to have one there. Then we need to get some stair blocks. You can use whatever you want. I'm going to use sandstone now. I was using wood earlier. So we'll have one there, and one there. And then you can cover it up so you can get your view. And then we're going to put these bits in. So here we have, let me just work it out, there we are. That there, and redstone there. Let's put that back there. It's just updated the block. So then that way you've got your staircase going down. just like so. And it probably won't go back the same way. Nope, we've got more to do for that, but at the moment we'll just put it back. It's a quite complicated bit to get that bit to work. It took me a long while to work it out. This is my original design, and by the way, there will be a download link in the description for this map. It's actually my test world for the server, so there's lots of other things on it as well. But this is what you'll be wanting to look at. So at the moment we're going to keep this off. Actually, we'll put it that way. So this is how it's replicating this. And now we're going to go on to step 3. Okay, this is where it gets complicated. Take it step by step. Here is your beginning of your RS NOR latch. Here's the input, here's the output. We're going to loop that around. So at the moment it's on the basic stage, the first stage. This gets looped around to an OR gate. This bit will come out the other side of the latch. We'll do that in the next part. And this OR gate goes to an inverter, which is then inverted again here. This is the important part for this top power. So we invert this twice, and then again, and then one more. This bit's very important. And don't worry about the blocks messing up at the moment, we will deal with it at the end. This is the way I'm building it. So this one takes signal out. This would be off, and then inverts to on, changes that to off, and then powers that. So when we want it to, it will push the top one up. It's important because we don't want it pushing up at the same time as this, otherwise you get stuck. This powers that array, and we go into the next part now. Now we're going to fit up the RS NOR latch and fit it to this. I'm going to show you the timings on there as well. Here's RS NOR latch, so this is off at the moment. Now it's on, and if we just connect it up, so we need to move this one more that way. I did move it across a bit because I needed more space. So here you latch it on, like so. Yep, that works properly. And then you have a timer coming out here, as you'll see here. It goes 4, 4, and then into that one. So 4, 4, and into there. That should be a 4 as well. Yep. And then we power the bottom row with a double 2, or you can just do a 2. Doesn't really matter. So if we just do a 2 here, and get rid of that one as well. It will mess up the blocks probably at the moment. So on this side now, we've powered that with a 4 and then a 1. So we've got 5 altogether up here. So if we go to 4 there, and we'll go around this side just to make it easier. And we'll put a 1 there, like so. Now we need to do the reset. So on to the next part. Okay, so this is our on, that's our off basically. And just simply here, I'll show you what I've done there, but this side, so break this, and then we're going to get a Y going towards it. And then we just move it simply up. You can make it however way you want. You've seen on the other side I've done tripwires. Now you can do whatever you fancy. And we'll just put a button on here. This should reach okay, as long as it's under 12 or so. And we'll just check that that works. Yep, that works fine. At the moment it's on the open stage, so there you are. And you can fill in all of this if you want. I have on the other one. It won't affect anything at all. So you can make a nice pretty wall and everything. And out here we're just going to build a little bit just to show you how to then reset it. So put a button on there as well. We can do the same things before. So if we just bring this power along, like so. We just repeat it. Then we can take this to the reset. So on this one, it's just a simple, you walk in, you push the button, it opens, and then you walk through, you push the button, it closes. So we'll check this works, and see if there's any changes that need to be done. That's your open, standard. You go through, hit the button, and it closes. Okay, that's a simple one way, and we'll do it again. Just check it works. There you are. Simple opening. Simple closing. Now on this one, what I've done is I've done a bit of complicated stuff here, so you have to download it to have a look at this. I'm not going to explain at the moment because it'll take a bit too much time for the video. On here, basically, this one, make sure it closes. Then in theory, when you move towards it, you walk through this one last, therefore it opens it. And here, this one here is the same as the button, just opens it, that's all it does. And it's done here, so this sends a signal and it gets inverted twice, don't worry about that. But basically when that gets hit, it turns the button on, same as that one. Or, there's a button at the back, in principle, that button there is the closing button. And this one here is the same closing button over there. So if you think about this one as that one over there, this one comes around here like the other one, to the reset. Just same as the other one, that's exactly the same. Don't need to worry about that at all. But there's an extra 2 here. So this one here leads down here to the reset. Quite simple there really. So when you come through here, it resets it. And it's already reset, it doesn't do anything. But that's quite simple for you. But this side is a bit more complicated. Because if you want to go back, you come through here. That one doesn't do anything. You walk through this one as you would get to it last. That one opens it. Now, this sends a signal around here, which then also comes around and basically pushes the button. But on this part, it's made so that either that input will change it. If you see the redstone torch here, this gets inverted twice. So if that is on, this is off, and then the torch is on, therefore powering this. And it's careful you have repeaters here, because otherwise you might get feedback and you might mess it up. So this way, if this one's touched here, the tripwire, then this gets activated and then that pushes the on button. Otherwise it doesn't do anything. And then same with the other one, if you want to go through back the other way, then it does the bottom bit, turns it on, goes straight across. The bottom bit is the simple part, it just comes along and turns it on. So, if you want to download and have a closer look at the tripwires and everything, you can. Just about sums up the tutorial. It took me about 4 hours to design and make sure and test and everything else. And to be honest, that took me about 5 minutes to make. So it's a fairly easy design to make. And of course, this side is just all underground, seemingly that you're going to have this underground anyway. And your base would be along this side. You can build your base the way as well, but it doesn't really matter. It's just a way in. I think it's a really nice design as well. So that's it for the tutorial. I've been King Happy, and I hope you have enjoyed and learnt a lot, and I'll see you again soon.